You know when you're almost done with the card and you look at it and you think, it needs something. It needs, what does it need? I'm not sure what it needs. Today I want to share with you a quick trick for something you can do to your greeting to add just a little bit something special that just may solve that problem of your card needing just a little something extra. I'm Anna Helman. I'm glad you're here today. Let's take a look. Here are some cute cards that I made for my swap project at my recent team retreat where some of my team members got together. We each brought a project that everyone else could create. So to be fair, I don't really think this card needs anything else in particular, but it was one that I just created these really simple plain greetings on it. I thought it would be a fun card to share this tip with. So we are going to replace this greeting with one that has something just a little more interesting than that little tag. So what we need to do this is a strip of paper. This measures 3/4 of an inch wide. And what I want to do first is create a little banner tip on the end of it. Now, you can trim this with your scissors. I know when I do it with my scissors, I usually end up not doing it even, and it drives me crazy. So I love this Banner's Pick-a-Punch that does several different widths of paper, and it does the 2 different shapes on the end. So that's one option, but let me share this little tip with you. When using thinner printed papers, this doesn't really work with cardstock very well, but when using printed papers, you can very gently fold it in half and trim with your scissors this way. So what I find is when I do it like this together at the same time, I get an even result. So it depends on how thin or thick your paper is, whether that works. With cardstock, it usually ends up creasing it. So it's not my favorite tip for cardstock, but on printed papers, it works pretty well. So somehow, however you want, trim the little banner pieces on the ends of your strip of paper. Now we're going to do a little bit of scoring. I have my scoring board here, and you can decide how close to the end you do this. I am going to score at 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to score at the next line right beside the 1/2 inch. Now you can do the measuring and figure out where you need to score down here for it to be the same way, or the easy way is flip it around and then do the exact same thing. 1/2 inch, and then the one beside 1/2 inch, which is 5/8 if we want to do some math and measuring today. So here is all we do. We can stamp our greeting on here, and I'll show you this example here in just a second. But on those score lines, you want to fold back on the inside one, and then on the outside one, fold it back towards you, and we have this cute little banner pop up, okay? So same thing, fold it back on the one that's closer to the middle, and then fold it back towards you on that next one. So I have one of these created here. I already stamped on it the same greeting that was already on this card. So I'm curious, what do you think about these fun little creatures on these cards? I'm looking at the llama that is knitting or crocheting. I do some sewing. I do some work with fabric, but knitting and crocheting, that's not something I have much experience with. So somebody out there, tell me what the llama is doing. So I put some dimensionals behind right there. I did not put any dimensionals behind on the end, but you can see how that is popped up. We get that fun little extra element that is something just a little bit more special than just putting it right here on this tag. So hope you can use this on your cards. If you enjoy card making tips and tricks and little techniques like this, I would love for you to subscribe and see my future videos. If you're interested in any of these products, I'll have links in the video description below, and I truly appreciate those of you who shop with me. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you'll be back again next time when I'll be here helping you to hand make with love.